Hello there and Alaikum. My name is Halal Ernie and you're watching Picture This New Media. Today I am going over the October 12th, 2022 new comic book day releases, and it's going to be a skip it, pick it, or just like a recommendation, a maybe. Um, and I'm sorry I haven't uploaded my last haul. I've been really sick and really kind of in a weird place, so I'm going to upload both hauls from last week and this week today. Um, Hopefully, I can get some type of cool, cool views from that. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this week's uh, October 12th, 2022. I am gonna recommend the Amazing Spider-Man. Seems really cool thing, but unfortunately I'm not able to keep up with that one at this moment, so I'm gonna skip it personally, but that's gonna be a recommendation. Next up is Daredevil. I'm gonna skip that for now because I haven't got up with the story in that one. The Marvel comic I am gonna get is Venom number 11. I have kept up with the story, and it's really good story so far. It's not Eddie this time. It's Dylan, his son, and him and his symbiote, the old Venom, have bonded while Eddie's going through this time traveling vortex fighting the superior Venom. Next up is Wolverine number 25. I'm gonna skip it, but I'm gonna recommend it to Wolverine fans. Wonder Woman 792. I'm going to skip it. I do not like what the direction of Wonder Woman has gone. Same with Judgment Day X-Force number 32. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip Immortal X-Man number 7. Fantastic Four number 48. I'm going to skip it. Superman Son of Kal-El number 16. I'm actually going to skip that as well. That's funny that it's getting canceled though. I think this is going to be their last book, either that or 17. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's going to be no more. The sales for Son of Kal-El did not do good enough. They're gonna do a miniseries, like a six-part miniseries after that, after this one, but after that it's not gonna be. I don't think they're gonna continue Son of Kal-El. Next is Ghost Rider number 7. I'm gonna recommend that one. Unfortunately, I'm gonna skip it because I am not caught up. There's Spawn 334. I'm gonna highly recommend it. Biased, yes I know, but I'm not sure. It's $2.99, so I might get it. They all turn into really good collectors items, and people look for them. So I think this one is definitely going to be a keep it, buy it, pick it, whatever you want to call it. Star Wars number 28. I would say the same thing, but Star Wars has lost value since it's gone into the ownership of Disney and Marvel. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do the Star Wars if I have enough money left over, and I have enough. Yeah, basically, if I have enough money left over, I will get this one, and there's another one later that I might get. Batman vs. Robin number 2. I am going to skip it. That's crazy how they have Black Adam just everywhere. I don't like that. Anyways, I'm going to skip that one. Captain Marvel, I'm going to skip. Death to Mutants, I'm going to skip. Batman, Urban Legends, I'm going to skip all this whole row. Includes Batgirls and Legion of X, Urban Legends, Batman. Gambit number 4. I would recommend, but they kind of feminized Gambit a little too much. He was a man's man whenever I grew up. He didn't look really feminine like they're drawing him now, and it's really upsetting me. I got the first issue and I was so excited, and when I saw the way they drew him in like the second issue on the cover, and I read the story, it turned me off. So I'm going to skip this one, and I think if you're a Gambit fan like me, you're going to be ultimately disappointed by what they've done with Gambit here. You might like the story. It's pretty interesting story, but it's not interesting enough to keep purchasing this version of Gambit. There we go, another advertisement for Black Adam on this Jurassic League comic book. I really hate that they're advertising Black Adam. everywhere, even where it doesn't belong. Like, they must really be banking on Black Adam to win and to do good. Next up is IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 133. If you're a Turtles fan, I recommend it. I'm not, so I'm going to skip it. Once in future, I have not got the chance to catch up with this story, but it seems really cool. I'm gonna see if they have trade paperbacks of this one. I'm gonna get it, but if not, this one I recommend. Boom Studios. Once in future, it seems like a really good story. If you're tired of the superhero comics getting destroyed, all these characters, you can refreshen yourself with this story right here. Black Panther number 10. I'm going to skip it. Same with Axe Eternals number 1. I'm going to skip it. Not really my forte. DC Comics Dark Crisis Worlds Without Justice League. Green Arrow number 1. I don't know. I don't think I'd like it, but I'm gonna put that as a maybe. Future State of Gotham number 18. I'm gonna skip it. Too much Batman out. Like, as you can see, I've said like 5 different Batman titles up there. It's kind of annoying. Star Wars: The High Republic number 1. Like I said, if I have enough money, I might get this one. This one is, oh wow, it's $1 more than the other one. It's the High Republic. I kind of wanted to see what they were gonna do with that before, but my excitement for the High Republic has gone down significantly. So I'm gonna keep that as a maybe. Do a Powerbomb. If you're into wrestling, I think you're gonna like this one. I was a fan of wrestling when I was a kid, but I don't think it's transferred to me as an adult. Like, I like the stories behind it and the wrestlers, but to have a comic book out of it, I don't think is for me. But for wrestling fans that are still wrestling fans as adults, would really like this one. So it's gonna be a maybe for me, but for everybody else, it's gonna be a skip it for me, but for everybody else, I'm gonna recommend it. Star Wars Visions number 1. Oh, I didn't notice this one before. Let's see what this one's about. From the creative mind behind Star Wars Visions episode, The Duel. Oh, hey. This comes after that one that's like an anime. And he has that one's gonna be sick. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm excited about this one, Star Wars Visions. I am definitely gonna get this one. This is made off the cartoon short that they made where he's basically, it's like an anime samurai thing, and he fights a Sith Lord, but he has a red lightsaber too. It's super cool. I highly recommend watching that short on Disney Plus and then checking this out. So yeah, I'm gonna recommend that one. Iron Fist. I'm gonna skip it. Another Batman story. Yay! Hey, they don't have a Black Adam advertisement in this one, so cool. I'm gonna still skip it. All Out Avengers number 2. Skip it. Namor the Submariner. I'm gonna skip it. I'm not really into the underwater fighting things. Like, I don't like Aquaman and things like that, so I doubt I'm gonna be into Namor the Submariner. Same with the Flash, the fastest man alive. It's not really a character that I like very much, and it's not due to the Ezra Miller fiasco. It's just something that I don't know. I'm not into it. He's too overpowered, and it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't stick with me. I don't like it. Love Everlasting number 3. It's okay. I don't recommend it for the male viewers. The female viewers might like it. Female comic book collectors might like this one, but it's not a story for dudes. Next up is Punisher War Journal. I'm not really into Punisher, and this is the one with the updated logo. Uh, I'm gonna skip it, but you let me know how you like it, and if you give it a chance, please write a comment and tell me what you thought of it. Wakanda #1. It looks cool. It looks like it's coming to in time, just in time for the movie Wakanda Forever. I'm gonna skip it. Um, I'm just gonna watch the movie. I'm not gonna deal with the comic books. DC Terrors Through Time. That looks interesting. For the price though, $9.99, I'm gonna skip it. For DC collectors, I'm gonna recommend this one. Genesis Vale Captain Marvel. I am going to skip it. Hitomi. I am going to buy it. I'm going to pick it because, let's see here. It's about the feudal Japan era, and a drifter with no prospects begins training under Yusuke, a once famous disgraced warrior, as he struggles to find a place in society entrenched in discrimination and violence. So, it might be a little on the nose with like female empowerment, but let's see if they do it right. I'm gonna see if they do it right and it's not like a quote-unquote woke book where it's like, oh, girls don't get to do anything, but we're gonna act like guys so we can prove to them that we can do everything. So we'll see if it follows a woke agenda, and if not, I think this has room to be a really good story. The truth about female warriors, like this, in this era, it would have been a lot easier to fight as a female as opposed to, say, fantasy setting with armor and maces and a bunch of grunty men like Berserk style. I mean, female warriors were regarded in the past too, so this might be just an amazing take. We'll see what it's about though. Next up is Starhenge Book 1, Dragon in the Board #4. I've been collecting it, so I'm gonna keep it. It's a really good, interesting sci-fi story. Seven Sons #5. It is a very creepy, weird story having to do with, terrorism and these people claiming to be messiahs. And unfortunately, I don't like that Islam is the boogeyman here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this one more chance. If it still portrays us as a boogeyman, I'm going to give this away as a comic book prize, because it is a good story. It really is, but I just can't handle the fact that they portray Muslims as extremists, and it gets pretty aggravating watching it happen over and over and over and over. We aren't the bad guys all the time, guys. It's most of the time, even, we aren't the bad guys. Next up is IDW Publishing Dark Spaces Wildflower #4. It seemed like a good enough for the teenage viewers, but for me, I'm going to skip it. The Approach. Now I put this one up because I read it before I started recording, and this seems like a really cool movie getting ready to start. I think even one of the people that commented said this is basically the TV show Manifest. I'll check it out for science. The A cover too. There's really cool covers. Let's see which one he was talking about. Yeah, this is the A cover, I'm guessing, and it looks really cool. I like it. You can see there's like a little monster in the back, and he's in his little Cessna. So yeah, it seems like a really cool story. When airport employees Mac and Abigail find themselves snowed in after a blizzard, they witness a terrible plane crash. After pulling the survivors from the wreckage, they realize the terrifying truth: this plane has been missing for 27 years. Holy crap. The nightmare has only been just begun as people are trapped inside the airport find themselves confronted by what's this plane actually brought back. For those with a fear of flying, it's not the sky that deserved dread, but what lies beyond it. Even a really cool little description there. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about what's going to happen in this one. Super excited, can't wait. Numbers 007 number 3 by Dynamite. I stopped being a 007 fan in high school. Because like basically around 2003, 2005, they stopped making good Bond films. So I washed my hands completely of it. When it had Pierce Bronson and the other guys, I really loved 007, but these new ones just ain't cutting it for me. So I'm unfortunately going to skip 007 number 3. I'm going to recommend it to 007 fans though, to pick up 1 through 3. DC Comics, Batman, and Scooby-Doo Mysteries. This comes just at the time as the whole Velma, whatever you want to call it, controversy going on right now. At least Scooby-Doo's here. I'm going to recommend this one for Scooby-Doo fans. It looks cute. And it's $2.99. I mean, come on. It's $2.99. You don't hardly ever get a $2.99 price in DC Comics. Hardly ever. So there you go. Image Comics, Prodigy, The Icarus Society. I wish I had started this one when I saw it first. I am regretting not getting it. I'm gonna recommend it, but I'm gonna skip it myself. Chillin' with the Adventures of Salem. If you're a Salem fan, I think you'll like it. I'm not, so I'm gonna skip it. Masquerade number 2, I'm going to skip it. Number 1 didn't really cut it for me, and I'm not interested really. Halloween Party number 1. Now this one looks really interesting. It's a scary time in America, and we're not talking about razors in the candy when you might get murdered in a mass shooting. The clowns, monsters, and other things that go bump in the night have a harder time doing their job. It's a hilarious bummer at this year's Monster Mash. Scotch, McTiernan, and Weed Thing return, and we introduce some new favorites. So yeah, a lot of commenters are very excited about this. So I'm gonna give it excuse me, 3, 2. I am gonna get it, and 3, 2. I am gonna get it, and it's gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna like it. Lower Decks, I'm gonna skip it. Chicken Devils number 1. It seems like that chicken guy is back, but it's this time his whole family's helping. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm pretty excited about this. They don't have one of the same artists though, and a lot of people are upset about that. See, they're saying they're just mad that it's not the same artist, but the new artist, it seems to be really, really good. So we'll see if they hold up to the criticism that it's not the same artist anymore. It's really not that big of a criticism, but you know, some people get attached to their artist, and I understand why, because some of these art and pieces in this comic books are really beautiful. The least we can do, number 2. It didn't appeal to me with these pictures in the front. It looked a little out there for me, but I am gonna recommend it, and yeah, I'm just gonna recommend it. Year Zero, Volume 0, number 1. This is $3.99. An action-packed prelude to the hit series acclaimed horror with writer Daniel Kraus, George Romero's The Living Dead, and the Autumnal unveils 4 globe-spanning spinning tales from the earliest days of zombie apocalypse, when even the wildest rumors couldn't measure up to the horror to come. Streetwise Russian cop patrols, the back alleys of the opportunistic black market, strange things, demilitarized zones, and ER, and South fights to protect the hospitals from threats without and within a transgender flight attendant who observed disturbing clues as she crisscrosses the globe, keeps eye on plan. Why do we have to know that they're transgender? Like, does it matter? Can we just take that out? A flight attendant, an observant flight attendant. I don't know. It seems pretty silly to me, but well, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. We'll see. It looks interesting enough, but just for the fact that they had to add this in the description to sell it is a little sus to me, a little sussy. When they add stuff like this, it immediately throws me off, and not because I'm a quote-unquote turf or whatever they want to call me. It's just like, why market it to, like, I don't care what's in between their legs. I really don't. I mean, I read Red Sonja, I read Vampirella, I read all these strong female characters, Hack Slash, and I don't care if they have a penis in between their legs either. Like, I really don't care. It'll throw me off, Vampirella with a penis, but I really don't care. And they're making it a selling point, and that's what bothers me. That's what annoys me. Like, let's just let them be who they are, and if they are transgender, cool. If they are female, cool. If they are black, cool. If they are Muslim, cool. Like, they don't have to sell it on that. Hack Slash, see? Hack Slash. Hot Shorts, #1. She's back, and I am super happy. I love Hack Slash. I love Cassie Hack and Vlad. This is my favorite female, what do you call it, anti-hero. Cassie Hack is just super cool, and she has a backup whenever she needs the muscle. It's just Vlad, and he's not all like trying to smash all the time, so it's really cool. There's no sexual tension. They're just two buds kicking ass and monster slaying, and the monsters could be ugly, disgusting people or actual literal monsters. So it also contains new pinups, so I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I don't like taking things out of comic books because I'm a collector, so I'm gonna just, like, if I had the money, I would buy 2 of them. One so I could rip out the thing and the pinup, and one to keep as a collection, but I don't. So I'll stick with just one and be happy, because this is my favorite comic book female protagonist. There is Cassie Hack. Super excited. I'm glad she's back. Erratic Recharge #2. Very interesting comic book that I kind of skimmed through last year, or the beginning of this year, and it's coming out with the #2. This is volume 2, and this is Recharge, and this is issue #2 of a 4-part miniseries. So I'm going to recommend this one. I'm going to skip it myself since I didn't get #1, but I definitely recommend it to you guys. Vampirella Mind Warp, I recommend. Scarlet Sisters #1. I am, let's see, I have it up here. 3 heroes rise to save their city, but is their power combined enough when a mysterious and deadly cult-like organization inches closer to taking control over New York's criminal and political systems? Masquerade, Women in Red, and Lady Satan team up as the Scarlet Sisters. Can SS solve the murder? Oh God. Scarlet Sisters solve the murder of one of their own allies while pushing back against their unseen corrupt foes. Find out The standalone one-shot best-selling crime writer. I don't think I'm gonna get this one. Looks a little silly. Sounds a little silly too. I don't see myself getting the Legacy of Violence by Band Cave Studios, #1. So in case you didn't get it, this one I'm gonna skip and not recommend. A Legacy of Violence by Masters of Horror Colin Bunn and Andrea Mutti, with letters by Russ Wooten, follows doctors Nick Shaw, an honest doctor trying to help people. But one day, when a patient gets out of control, Nick suddenly begins recalling the past memories he had kept hidden away. That's when he decides to join Doctors Without Borders and head straight to Central America. But his past is still but his past still comes calling. With a serial killer on the loose in the small town of Desante, Honduras, Nick's flashbacks begin to intensify and become clear. Was Nick meant to go to Honduras? This is all part of the killer's plan. Find out what Nick has been repressing all these years and why. Now that sounds like a cool story. The whole Doctors Without Borders is just a little interesting take. But these covers, man. Look at these covers. Those are dope. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get this one. 2000 AD, 2033, 2303. I'm gonna skip it. The price range is a little too much too. On Pratt by there's a lot of Antarctic press, and they came out with 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure if you're a prepper you like it, but I'm gonna skip them both. I'm gonna skip Ninjets. Ninjets really didn't come I didn't like it. I gave it a chance. I didn't like it. Ablaze L's I am gonna recommend. I didn't get the chance to buy it because it wasn't on the shelf, but I'm gonna recommend it. Ablaze Comics always does magnificent comics. Overwatch The New Blood #4. If you like Overwatch, you might like this. I'm not interested. Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors, All Hail the King. I'm going to get that one. Godzilla's always been a fan favorite of mine, and it's $3.99. As of the Barbed, #1. Writer Pat Shand and artist Real Burton launch a new fantasy epic. Asa was born into a family that for generations served the Obsidian Guard, a military unit of holy warriors. During Asa's coronation, a magical ceremony that would imbue her with holy glowing power, something went wrong. Instead of a sacred obsidian tattoos, he became marred and thorned, black markings, and banished by her people. Now Asa lives in solitude, guarding a great evil, but when the evil escapes and begins to spread its wicked power, Asa must make a choice: save the people that expelled her, or allow her home to fall to evil. With an emotional, comedic, and awe-inspiring story of empowerment, Asa the Bard blends fantasy, adventure, mythology, horror, action, and this unforgettable series. Whoa. Half the comic is missing its text. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm definitely going to collect this one because it is a misprint. And it seems like half of the comic didn't go out without text bubbles. So that's interesting. We'll see what they do to fix that. Um, there's the Unprepped 2 I was talking about. Locust, The Ballad of Men. That one's been really good comic so far. I'm going to recommend that one. I don't get this one. I would get this one if it comes to my comic book shop. Same with this one. Mega Centurions, it really didn't speak to me. It just seemed lazy and kind of boring. I didn't like it at all. Far Cry, Esperanza's Tears. I would think there would be a discussion about this, but this is basically based off the video game Far Cry, and if you're into the video game, it's going to be really cool. I've only seen gameplay of it, so I think it's going to be rather interesting coming from a perspective where I haven't played any of these characters, or I don't know any of these characters. We'll see if I like it or not. Planet Comics, not sure if I'm going to get that one. We don't get the Archie Jumbo Comics. Junior #1. What's a young space marine supposed to do when a rogue asteroid slams into space station she was sent to repair? Well, she grabs her alien hippo like a sidekick, and she crash lands on a dinosaur infested planet. That's what she does. Meet Junior. She's brash, smart, strong, and completely in over her head. Join the debut of a sci-fi escapade that will make you laugh, cry, and wish you had the next issue. Let's adventure. Enjoy the first issue of this non-stop title, followed by the entire story collected soon after in Volume 1. So this is a non-stop title. This will be the only #1 coming out, and the next will be a trade paperback. To be honest, Sidekick Hippo kind of throws me off, and then so does this drawing. I'm not interested in this. I thought it would be, but no, it's not calling out to me. I'm gonna skip that one. Highball #2, Ahoy Comics. I'm gonna get that one, and same with God Killer. For those I love, I will sacrifice #1. None of these really come into my comic book shop, except for maybe Ninja High School, and which I might get. And yeah, that does it for this issue of Picture This New Media. If you get the chance to join my Patreon, I have 0 patrons so far, but if you join my Patreon, you get a chance to win a Funko Pop, and it's the Natsu Funko Pop from Fairy Tail, or comic books that I can give away as basically a prize for joining my Patreon. And I have pretty cheap prices. I go into like $1.25. Yeah, $1.25 a month. There's $2 a month. There's $4.20 a month, and there's $10 a month. And yeah, if you get that, it comes with a bunch of different things. I will be doing comic book, manga, and flip through readings, fan requests and reviews. Your name will be in the credits. All of these, your name will be in the credits. And I will even be doing comic book dubs and all sorts of different things. So yeah, please help me out, and I will get started on getting those prizes shipped out to you. So thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum, and have a great rest of your day.